Hi guys, welcome back to yet another episode of the PS2 Collector, episode 38. And at the moment, if you look behind me right now, we've accumulated 270 games. It's crazy. We started a year ago and 1 year later we've got 270 games into the collection. That is crazy. And yep, at the moment the total count is 270 out of 4,376 games. We've spent about £940. Again, it's been an expensive journey, and on this episode today I picked up yet another 5 games. Some of them are decent races, and one of them, in my opinion, was the end of one of the most iconic characters and franchises in the history of PlayStation. Let's see what that is about. So let's start off with the first game of this video, game number 271, and that is Euro Rally Champion. Now, when it comes to rally games, Colin McRae, WRC, those two are probably the best rally games out there, especially the PS2 era. This game is a budget title rally game, and trust me, it absolutely shows, because when you put the game in and you see the environment, it's bland. There's no character. The graphics substandard, decent but nothing amazing. And when it comes to rally games, you've got to compare to Colin McRae, and this game is a budget title. Colin McRae. Would I recommend this game? Absolutely not. Nothing about this game is good. It is terrible. The controls, an abomination, let's be real. And again, if you do enjoy rally games, stay away from this game. Nothing about this game will stand out. And if I had to recommend a rally game, go for the Colin McRae or WRC franchises, because they are way better than this budget title here. And guys, that's game number 271, Euro Rally Champion. On to the next game, game number 272, and this is a moving tie-in game and very underrated movie, and that is Disney's Dinosaur. So if you've not seen this movie before, trust me, it's a really great movie and it's very underrated, not talked about enough. And it's like it never existed, which is a tremendous shame. So what this game is about, so I'll just keep it without spoiling anything. So it's about the meteorite hits the earth and takes out half the dinosaur population, and your job as the main character Alada is to take the herd to safety. But be aware with the new toxic environment that the meteorite has caused, and danger lurking about in every corner with predators wanting their meal. Your job is difficult, and trust me, this game is absolutely tough. It's one of the most toughest games I played, trust me, because I played this on the PC and did not complete it. So for me, let's start with the positives. I like the fact that they used the voice actors in the film in the game to make it, you know, to add extra to it. And I also like the fact that it reminds me of Diablo. If I had to describe this game, it's like Diablo met dinosaurs. That's what exactly it is, with the overhead camera and that. And the loading times were shocking. That's one thing about this game. The loading times were absolutely shocking. It did take a while for a game to, but again, it is a game with time and you have to look through it. And for me, do I recommend it? Yes. It's not a bad game, but it's not a great one either. It's right in the middle. But if you do enjoy Diablo type games or games like Hades, this game is absolutely for you. And for only £2, trust me, it's quick fun and never outstays its welcome. Game number 272, Dinosaurs. Right guys, so on to the next game, game number 273, and it's a game I never played before, and that is GTR 400 Grand Tour Racing. And for me, when I'm looking at the reviews, I know, I'll just give it a quick play. This game, I give credit, it does have licensed vehicles, many tracks, and a very good soundtrack, but other than that, it's a very poor design game. Yes, it's easy to control, the controls are quite smooth, but when it comes to the environment and the gameplay, it's just not there. It's just not there. It reminds me of a PS1, Sega Saturn and Nintendo 64 era kind of game. This game was released in the wrong era in my opinion. Would they have been successful in the 90s? Who knows? But in, let's say when this game was released, in 2003 and 2004 when games like Tekken 4 was coming out and Gran Turismo, this game had no hope competing with them, especially when it came to graphics. But I know a lot of people that do enjoy Gran Tour Racing, and for only £1.50 for a PS1 inspired kind of game and with licensed cars and a very good soundtrack, it's a very reasonable price for £1.50. Would I recommend it? Yes, because how cheap and how easy the game plays. But if you're expecting Colin McRae or Burnout or what do you call it, Forza or Gran Turismo, look elsewhere, because this game cannot compete with those legendary titles. No chance whatsoever. But it's a fair price and I think you guys should give it a go. And that is game number 273, Gran Tour Racing 400. On to the next game, game number 274, and it's one of my favorite shows ever, and that is Robot Wars. If you're in the UK, do you remember Robot Wars? Remember the two robots to fight each other? I remember Sir Killalot, Mr. Psycho, Matilda, Shunt, and the contestants. My favorite contestant ever are these two robots, Razor and Tornado. Tornado is one of my favorite robots of all time, but if you put them in today's world against the robots we see now, they were to get annihilated. So let's talk about the game. The game is absolutely terrible. I've got to keep it, despite me loving the show with Sir Killalot on the front cover. The game is a huge disappointment. The AI is brain dead, and it's like it just kills itself. Like when you're trying to fight a character, the robot for some reason just goes to the pit by itself, and the lack of difficulty as well, shocking. Graphics quite decent, but the onus, even the controls sometimes are unresponsive, and the hitboxes is a square. I think you can tell straight away where the hitboxes are, because sometimes you feel like you hit him, but since you don't hit his hitbox, you don't know if you hit him or not, and for me that's very confusing, and that explains the lack of control response. But again, it is Robot Wars. It's very iconic, and especially in the UK, and I think this game was only released in Europe. I might be wrong, but if you do enjoy robot fighting or games like that, this game is absolutely for you. But again, let me tell you, it is terrible, 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 but it's Robot Wars, and for me, £3, absolutely worth it. Game number 274. Right guys, on to the final game of this video, and it's part of one of the most iconic series and franchises in the history of PlayStation. What a history that this game has, and for me it's not a forgotten franchise, but it has its place in history, and that is Crash of the Titans. Now where do I begin with Crash Bandicoot? My first experience of Crash Bandicoot was Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex on the PS2. I played the first three later on because trust me, Crash games back then were really tough. When I first played the Wrath of Cortex, I remember getting all the crystals, all the relics, all the gems, and the things that you had to do for it, especially the relics, the timing. You had to use every shortcut possible to get the platinum relic. But as time went on, the Crash Bandicoot series became dormant, and it's sad to see because it was such an iconic franchise of the PS1. The first three games were iconic. It got remastered later on the PS4. That's the best way to go. If you want to play the first three Crash games, play it on the PS4. Then after that, of course, Twin Sanity was really good. Twin Sanity was really good, but then came for me a very not the worst ending, but for me the last time Crash was relevant, and that is Crash of the Titans. Yes, we got the latest game on the PS5, but there's no Crash Bandicoot in time. But this game here, wow. Is it a good Crash Bandicoot game? It's mid. It's really mid. For me, the lack of exploration, the AI is not the best that to offer. For me, the lack of exploration, that's what killed it for me. The lack of exploration in levels was, did not receive well ratings for the fans. And yep, Clash of the Titans for me should have been better. It should have been better, especially after the momentum that Twin Sanity had. Twin Sanity is underrated Crash game, you know. That the soundtrack on that game and the, you know, the world building as well. That game should have been as great, but it's not talked about enough. But Clash of Titans for me killed the momentum. It killed the momentum, and for me, Naughty Dog, after Naughty Dog left, it wasn't the same. Just wasn't the same. I know Universal Interactive took over for a bit with Crash Bandicoot Cortex, and Twin Sanity was taken over by Sierra, but Sierra did not do Crash Bandicoot justice. That's my personal opinion. And guys, if you've not played Clash of the Titans before, for me, would I recommend it? If you're a Crash Bandicoot fan, I would. But I'm gonna say something shocking. If you took out Crash Bandicoot and just gave it a different title, you won't recognize the difference. That's how boring and mid that this game is. The repetitiveness as well. Just not a great game. Just not a great game. Not the worst game, but with the history and, you know, the reputation that the Crash Bandicoot game has, it should have been better, and this does not live up to it, unfortunately. But £6 for this is a bit steep, but if you're a fan, go for it. And that, my friends, is the final game of this video. Game number 275 is Clash of the Titans. And guys, where are we now? Where are we now? 275 games into the collection. We are slowly approaching 300 games. It's been a remarkable journey, absolutely remarkable journey. And again, guys, leave it in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you actually think that I can reach 4,376 PS2 games? I've got 275 right now, and trust me, I am determined to get every single one. But I want the haters to motivate me. So yeah, if you want to hit, leave in the comments below. Anyways guys, until next time, and as I say always, don't forget to subscribe. Take care.